All right, welcome back, everybody.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Chad's ready to go. It's a
I
Thursday.
It's Thursday.
It's
been
our
a
first
short
weeknight
Is it
pod
really?
recording. I think so.
Wow, that's why I feel.
We got a little bit more energy. At least I do. So welcome to I'll Tell You What.
I'll tell you what.
I'll tell who what?
You.
Our conversational podcast with three great friends who
Yep.
discuss
The tripod.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie,
the tripod.
The
That's a
energy
good
and the
one.
mood is feeling different today.
Yeah, it's
We're all
light,
feeling
it's
a little more
bubbly.
excited. We're feeling
Yeah.
ready to go.
Because we tricked ourselves into
We
thinking it's a
tricked
day
ourselves
later
into-
than it is, too.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're also a little bit nervous because they don't know what's coming for
I'm
them.
very
later
nervous,
in this
actually.
episode.
Chad titled this episode in the show notes, Chad's Chaos.
I think the microphone can probably pick up my heartbeat. That's how fast it's racing right now.
So things that have been taking place recently, three of us and a couple of our partners went to Monster Jam Triple Threat.
Jam. Yeah, that was my first time at something like that.
Oh, yeah. What
Was
were
it your last?
Probably.
Probably.
I'll probably go to the championships in Orlando in a couple of weeks.
May 10th.
No, I don't know. Well, I mean, I told you going into that, my biggest wondering and question was like, how the hell do they clean up all that dirt?
It was insane.
I
So
still don't
much
know.
dirt.
Yeah, that was wild.
Very dirty.
Yeah.
The people
Yeah.
and the...
Oh,
Oh, no. Come on.
Elliott's trying to pick
I will say,
fights
Chad,
here.
I don't think it was as loud as you were letting
Yeah,
on.
Chad.
Like, I just
That's
kind of got
fair.
there and I was like, oh, I can hear people whispering behind me. Yeah.
I was
That's fair.
fine.
Yeah.
I didn't wear any headset. Neither did
Yeah.
we had no earplugs, no ear protection. We were fine. I
Yeah.
looked over at you and Katie in your giant hardware store.
I know.
Earmuffs.
You did look cool though, and you looked like all like
Hold on.
You looked like the under
Did
six
they?
set that were all the little kids were
No,
walking
yeah.
around those with their stickers on them. And then there's Chad.
There was a bunch of 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds, and then Chad and Katie.
Yeah.
Elliot, are you the kid that walks outside and doesn't wear a jacket because you want to look cool? Same thing. My wife and I want to protect our hearing so we can
Alright.
hear things going into
Alright.
our older years.
Carla does always say that I don't wear enough outside protection, like coats and hats. I don't wear hats. I haven't worn a pair of gloves all winter.
Is it your big head that you're?
I do have a giant head.
Yeah.
As Caitlin made me aware of, these headphones look crazy on my head.
Before we started recording, I'm like, oh my god, they do look tall. It's like a little baby headband.
Those
I said you
headphones
look
for
even
ants.
bigger when you wear those
That's
headphones.
not what I said.
That's what you meant.
I said, wow, those are.
I heard
looking
the
tight.
the undertone.
Yeah, well, interpret
And
as
it
you
hurt.
will.
Ooh.
That's not what
I don't know if I'll get
meant.
through this.
That's not what I meant.
Ooh, other topic that's taking place over this week.
So that was it for
As I read
Monster
the
Jam.
notes,
Yeah.
No,
There's
we,
no
is there more?
analysis.
Is there more?
Yes.
we have more to talk about with the Monster
then,
Jam. All right.
Put it out there. What is it?
You know,
Who were you rooting for from the get-go?
I was rooting, I think going in, I was like the rest of the crowd that didn't really know what they were talking about.
Sure.
I was rooting for Gravedigger. However,
Gravedigger, that was the woman.
there were two women.
One of
There
the
were two women
yeah.
out of 8? Gravedigger is
something like
Gravedigger's the most popular, and
Yeah.
I went in thinking
Legacy.
that she's legacy.
Yeah.
She's the son of the original Gravedigger.
She's the daughter
Yeah.
of the original.
That's what I meant. Yeah. So I went in thinking Gravedigger, this is the one. This is the popular one. But the moment I saw Gravedigger come out, I was like, I'm over you.
You're like, wait, that's
Yeah.
a girl?
That's come on. You're misrepresenting me as a
Yeah.
person.
Come on,
Yeah.
Elliot.
No, I immediately, probably because the first one I saw, he won. But what was it? The
the
bulldozer guy?
The
Dumpster
dump
Earth
truck one?
Shaker.
Earthshaker.
So I liked Earthshaker's style.
Ooh, came out
I
and
liked it.
went for it. The 2-wheel competition
Yeah.
was the first one that we
Yeah.
saw. And Earthshaker
That got me
could
going.
balance
that
on the front
two-wheel
tires.
thing.
Looks like, it's going to tip over. Oh, nope. Just knew exactly
was
what he was
cool.
doing. And then
Yeah.
would go up the ramp and then land on the back wheels.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what? This is...
I didn't, in retrospect, I don't think I'll have to go back to the Monster Truck Show. But when I was there, I was yelling.
I mean, my
yeah.
arms were shaking
I was-
the entire
Your
time.
arms were
They
shaking.
were. They were over my head. It was just pumping.
It's a weird
my
thing
arms.
to see.
Yeah, it was wild.
Goofy. It's like
So goofy.
It's like professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with cars.
With-
It's
yeah,
the same
giant-
level of cheesy.
Oh, you're totally right. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, and it's.
I liked that puppy dog one, but I'm like, it's
Ooh,
not going to
yeah.
win. But with the little tongue in the front,
And the
puppy
tail
dog
wagging
one
in
was
the back.
the
terrible.
Dalmatian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
so
terrible.
bad.
Monster
But
mutt.
oh,
She
the
fell
little,
3
the
times.
little
She
car
flipped
that
her car
could.
3 times.
I liked that when the big bulldozer had to come and
And,
flip the car
it was pretty
back
sad.
over. Oh.
It's pretty sad. So, but the thing I really want to get into regarding the Monster Truck Show,
Yeah.
we have a new fan.
Oh, we
that's
do
right.
have a new fan. That's right. We got some
Verified.
pickup. We're now being followed on our Instagram by one of the monster truck drivers.
Not the one that won.
No, Zombie.
Zombie.
The one with the arms that
I
in front of the car.
hated that car.
Yeah, but hey,
I mean, when it came to the freestyle, he
he
went after it too.
Yeah.
Like his outside shell was probably tore up more than anybody else's. He went
did
after
get
it.
after
He's a fan
it.
of us. I'm a fan of him.
Yeah,
You
me
know?
too.
Do we know his name?
No, not
All right.
now.
Shout out to Zombie.
Zombie.
You're a verified
Zombie.
Instagram user, and you follow us.
Yeah,
Who is not yet
I don't know if he
verified.
has a check mark. He does.
He has the blue check.
Okay, great.
We,
Wow, our first.
We do not
First and
have
only.
enough followers
Yet.
to get a blue check.
How many do you have to get the blue
I don't
check?
know, but
or here's the real question: how much money do you have to pay?
I think it's an influence level. So I think it's interaction with your posts as well as number of followers.
Ugh, okay.
I requested to get verified on my personal account, and they said no.
Of course he did.
I believe that.
And then he's like, "Who do I pay? Who can I pay?"
Oh, I'm not going to pay. I just stopped using Instagram after that.
Ooh.
So
End of the
it's my
road.
vendetta against.
No, but I really enjoyed Monster Jam, and you know what? I'd go back. I thought it was fun. We all dressed alike. We wore
We
identical clothing,
Our monster shirts.
literally from head to toe.
Yeah.
Yeah, our
Yeah.
Lisa Frankenstein shirts are really cool looking
Yeah.
kickball jackets.
We got a lot of looks.
Yeah.
There were
We
people
rolled
that
We
thought
looked like, yeah.
we were psyched to behold.
People were thinking we were part of the pit crew. And they're like, why are they sitting in the cheap seats?
And it was a whole fun day too. We started off with a little potluck. We played a
Oh, yeah, we
little
did.
Settlers of Catan. Had to pause that game and come back, and my
Yeah.
wife was victorious
Oh,
at
that's
the end.
right.
Yeah, we're all
As long as
very,
Elliot doesn't
very
win,
happy.
I'm usually
That's
very happy with
usually
with
when
Catan.
joy is found in that game.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that my
I'd rather
closest
have
friends
Elliot
support me.
lose than me win when we
Ooh.
play Catan.
That hurts deeper than you think it does.
It's
That cuts
so
me.
obvious, though, that that's the way that all of us play.
Well,
I like how that's pretty much how the pod works too. Is we just have that in conversation form here.
well,
Sorry,
it's,
Elliot. I
you
felt
know,
bad. I feel bad that I said that. But
I'm
I
happy in
still
my
feel
life.
that way. Yeah, you're pretty good at Catan, too, which is frustrating
I do.
for
Yeah.
me.
I do.
That's
win.
that's the frustrating part is
Yeah.
you win frequently enough.
Yeah.
You probably have the highest.
No, because, Elliot
percentage.
equates that with being like, yeah, I'm so much smarter than everybody else.
Ooh.
You know, so
Yes, that's where this is going.
I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal here, okay? But
God.
I listen to all of these podcasts more than most people because I edit them, right?
That's true.
So I listen to them at least twice, and I'm also performing in them, right?
And
so
you do your self-care routine in the shower.
I
with the
do my
candle
self-care
lit,
routine with a
listen to the
shower, with
pod,
my little
listen to
sticky
your own
Bluetooth
voice.
speaker.
Yeah.
It's soothing. But
It's
anyway,
normal, yeah.
I get a bad rap from you two. You treat our listeners out there think I'm a maniac. I am a benevolent co-host. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
I am friendly. I'm supportive.
You're right, Elliot.
I'm a team
sorry.
player.
Oh yeah, and we want to make it clear you're definitely a friend. Like we're not coworkers. Like all of this is friends first, and then
Friends first.
entertainers second.
You know what, Elliot? I'll invite you with me next time I go to Monster Jam. That's how much I
There we
enjoy your
go.
company.
I will consider.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. But I'm glad we went.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
we learned
glad
a
we
lot.
went
We
too.
saw a lot.
I'm glad. Thank you both for being open to joining Katie and I on that
Yeah,
experience.
that was fun.
It was a good time.
That was
I had a
fun.
lot of fun. I'm glad we went.
Yeah.
I yelled a lot. I supported not Gravedigger. What's the boot?
Earth Shaker.
I can't even remember the name. I don't know how much of a
Earthshaker was
supporter
like
I
kind
am.
of a weenie though. The way it was like he didn't look cool.
Yeah, but his
Like
skills.
let's talk about Megalodon. Like a shark on wheels. That was a good looking truck.
A good looking truck, which it had more skill on.
Yeah,
the,
I
of
know.
course.
Hey, you can't have it all.
Well, this has been Monster Jam Weekly.
Right?
Another side product for us.
Yeah, that could be our little side hustle. We could start a monster truck rally
Hey,
podcast.
we're looking for more pods to bring under the
Yeah.
umbrella. You know.
Yeah,
Mm.
maybe we can get on like a sports radio station.
Oh my gosh, that'd be great.
Haney Richardson and Amaral in the morning.
Ooh.
Hey,
Breaking down
there's an
last
appetite.
night's jam.
There's an appetite out there for uninformed analysis.
We
Yeah, we've been doing it for 6 episodes.
We're masters at it.
Yeah.
At this point.
Speaking of little side hustles, our merch is up, and
Oh, boy.
as I read the script here, the Yas T-shirt. Creative differences cause a clash within the I Tell You What crew. Is this a rift that cannot be mended?
Likely.
Who wrote
And
this?
is this limited edition the Yoko Ono of the I Tell You What
It
podcast?
sounds like a headline from the New York Times, Elliot. I don't know where you
Man,
think it came
that is
from.
that is drama just being How did that get into the script? I
Wow.
don't know. Like
So-
a T-shirt could do so much damage.
We launched the merch store
We did.
last week,
Yes, last week.
right, Chad?
A couple of weeks ago, for those of you listening.
Oh, gosh.
True,
I
true,
always
I'm
forget
sorry.
about that.
This is Future Pod. Everything looks nice, but there's one shirt that I'm not I'm not pleased with. I'm not happy it exists. Chad went rogue.
Yeah, he did.
Chad went rogue on me. He designed his own shirt, stepping over the line, stepping out of bounds.
I was given a lane, and I played within that lane.
Yeah,
I
he's the
drove
merch
forward,
guy.
took
You have to give
initiative.
him license to create.
I'd say you went outside the lane a little bit. Has anybody bought that shirt yet, Chad?
Yes.
What?
Other than you, Chad.
Other than me, it has been purchased.
Oh, really? I wonder who. Hey, if you
Thank-
out there bought the wait, Elliot, say it for us.
Okay. Yes.
T-shirt. Let us know in the mailbag, and we'd love to.
Don't let us know. Send us a picture.
Yes, send
Yeah.
us a picture of you. Actually, everybody, send us a picture of yourself and others in the merch, and we'd love to feature it on social and other
The
places.
font is incorrect.
Everything is incorrect. It's all wrong.
All
It
right.
is a limited edition, so get them while you can.
That's right.
You say you're not using your brain.
No,
I find this is actually way harder than
it's
people
so
think.
much harder.
Because you have to be.
This is just the beginning.
You have
too.
to be super paying attention,
I know.
and you always have to be ready to jump in.
It's
There's only 3 of us.
yeah.
If we had 4 or 5 people, it would kind of take a little bit of slack.
Let me
off
tell
each
you,
of
I'd
us.
sit a lot farther back in my chair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
she's
all
gonna
like
be
on the edge
kissing
of our
the-
seats,
I
elbows
know.
on the table,
I
ready to
know.
go.
I'm worried I'm going to get bruises on my elbows from how far I have to lean
It's-
forward and be like,
It's funny because we're working really hard, and it's not that great.
I know.
What do you mean
There's
it's not
something
that
to
great?
that, right? Oh, God. It's
We are dedicated,
terrible.
that's for sure.
yes.
Okay, so Chad.
All right. So as we move into the discussion, I brought a little topic this week, and Elliot, I hope you can play around with this, and I want some reverb on this one because we are moving into Chad's Wheel of Chaos. Insert my little Bitmoji.
This is
Wait.
Oh wait,
did
wait
you,
for
did
it.
you make
Oh wait more. Maniacal laugh.
Did you really make a PowerPoint for a podcast?
So Chad's
you know
Wheel.
this is primarily an audio experience.
Oh, but just watch our numbers peak when people
Literally made a
realize that
PowerPoint.
there's AV involved in this. So, in my defense,
Latoya will see this, and that's about it.
Chad's Wheel of Chaos, I don't have the wheel because we're in process of commissioning it with our partners over at the Carpentry Cousins to actually
Yeah.
build the physical wheel,
We'll pay for it
Chaos.
with the merch revenue.
which we're starting to come
All
in.
right, we can't let people know how much money we're rolling in here.
Not
okay?
as much as you would hope, but
That's
there's
exactly how
something there.
much.
So, Chad's Wheel of Chaos is going to be a series of questions that we're going to have a virtual wheel.
God.
Chad.
A little quick
You're a
Google
showrunner one
and-
time and you make it into a game show.
Man.
You just wanted
So-
to be an announcer more.
So
that's,
let me
that's
just
what it is.
give the preference of where this came from. It was President's Day this past weekend,
Okay.
and
I'm
on
curious
Monday,
where this is going.
Katie and
Me
I
too.
watched a classic, The Wheel of Fortune, and I was inspired. It was nostalgia. It was entertainment. It was bonding between the two of us, putting in our bids.
Okay.
I was like, I want to bring this to my friends. So here we are, Chad's Wheel of
Good
Chaos.
grief. Okay.
The way this is going to work,
Can I be Vanna White?
we have blue and pink up there on our wheel, and I have
No?
random questions here. Not random, but like a variety of questions. Some of them are going to be quick. Some of
my
them are going to be
God.
hard hitting.
God.
You don't know what's coming at you.
Yeah, I do want to stress, Caitlin and I have no clue what's coming.
No
so
I
idea.
know.
if we seem stumped, embarrassed, angry, it's all true.
I think all of those emotions are appropriate for what
Oh
you're
my
probably
God.
about to go through. This is going to be clunky because I can't get the wheel to stop spinning like I
Wait,
wanted to.
I want to see how you make it spin.
So
I also want to thank you for
I'm in the
kind of
wrong
using
seat.
the
Can I
brand colors.
scoot?
Well, it's going to,
No, but I want
All
to see
right.
it.
as long as you stick to the mic.
here we go.
All right.
Round and round we go.
Oh,
Where it
Chad.
stops, I don't know.
That looks kind of good.
All right, we're going to
Okay.
go with the pink. We're going with the pink. So the first pink question
Oh,
is,
Post-it notes.
What is this?
describe your favorite T-shirt
that I own.
that you own.
Oh
Your
my.
favorite T-shirt that you own.
Okay. I can jump in.
Okay, jump in.
I have a favorite T-shirt, but like many of my clothes, it doesn't fit that great anymore.
Oh, yep, that makes sense.
Elliot.
So it's a white T-shirt, which is also not great for a,
For the age, you get those nice armpit stains going.
it's a white T-shirt that is it's tight,
Yeah.
but it has one of our great friends
Oh, yeah, nice.
face emblazoned on it.
Yeah.
So it's
Ooh.
one of the friends of the pod, one of the best friends of the pod, Vanessa Danziger,
Yep.
for her 30th birthday party. How long should these answers be? Is this going to be a
Oh
quick
my
thing or
God.
like?
Elliot, just
You're pulling
answer
it
the
down,
question.
man.
Okay. So Vanessa Danziger, for her 30th birthday party, her partner Frankie Donlin, fiance Frankie Donlin, had shirts made of Vanessa as a what? What are we gonna say? 8-year-old?
Yeah, maybe a little
Ish,
younger.
around there, 6, 7, 8,
Yeah.
riding a carousel, and we all wore those shirts all week or all weekend, and it was fun time. Beautiful shirt. Doesn't fit me
shirt.
well. I can't wear it.
That's good.
You
Caitlin,
could
how about
frame it.
you?
My favorite shirt. Okay, I wore this T-shirt to bed last night. Actually,
Oh.
it's from
A sleeping shirt.
Yeah, I guess. I kind of had it on, then I fell asleep. And, from the Beachcomber, that bar on the Cape.
Wellfleet.
Yeah,
Cape Cod.
Wellfleet. And I bought it over the summer.
What a fun place.
When we were there, and we had kind of a wild night there. So
That's a wild night. That's a story
Yeah.
for another day.
yeah,
Maybe.
so I'll pick that
Beachcomber.
one.
So some recent shirts for you
Yes,
two.
recent.
My favorite T-shirt is from 1994 when the Blue Angels came and did an air show performance at the Chippewa Valley
Oh boy.
Airfield. And I, as a little kid, got a size medium adult, and it still fits me.
Nice.
All right. It
You-
fits Katie a little bit better than
You
it
still
fits me.
you still wear it?
This is the second week in a row where Chad slides in there that he
Yeah,
still fits
I
into his
know.
clothes
He's
as
got-
a kid.
He's got an agenda.
We're
Well,
all, you know.
there was a solid period of time in my youth where I did not fit in those clothes. So
Where you were a big boy.
I'm a big boy.
Oh God.
All right. And you know what that sounds like? Another spin on the Wheel of Chaos. Us.
I guess I don't have to add reverb that time.
Never.
I didn't add it the first time. Don't worry. We're about to stop on a
Blue. A new blue. All right. Pork, beef, chicken, or veggie? What's your go-to?
Before you answer, I'm curious. Is there like a theme to the colors? Like,
It feels like there is not.
are blues more mundane and pinks are more like?
No, not really. It's
No?
just
It's just it was an opportunity to build that wheel, is what it was. Yeah.
Yep. Can you repeat the options again?
Pork,
please?
beef, chicken, veggie.
Oh, look at that! Somebody was
Well,
listening.
I was listening.
Veg is off.
Yeah.
Veg
Well,
is
even
off
though
the
you made
list.
us put the veg category in the fast food episode.
Mm.
You know, for the people, our vegetarian friends
Yeah,
out there.
inclusive. Yep.
Shout out to my veg friends. I wanted them to know where they could go for some fast food,
Yeah.
and it was Taco Bell, just to bring it back.
Yep.
I will say one of my favorite meals ever that I've ever had
Ooh.
was at a place called Veg, simply Veg. It was in Philadelphia. I was on a business trip, and I had a plate of roasted carrots that were unlike any carrots I've ever had in my entire
What
life.
was on them? What made them so good?
I don't know, but they were like roasted at super high heat for super long. They were just so they were wonderful.
Were they burnt?
They were like
Because it sounds like you used a fancy way to describe burnt.
yeah, but they were like expensive, so they were good.
He's just trying to make himself feel better.
But no, it's a fancy vegetarian only place.
Okay, so your choice is carrot.
No.
Oh.
But out of that list, Chad, can I get one more time?
Yes. Coming in for the
Elliot,
seventh time.
beef,
Pork, beef, chicken, or veggie?
Let's see. Easily pork. There's no other answer.
Yeah, I'll split it between pork and chicken.
Ooh,
Like, what do I
chicken.
eat? What do I eat the most? Probably chicken.
Well, it's probably chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken's
Yeah.
easy to cook. It's
Yeah.
it's fairly cheap. But pork, I mean,
What do you enjoy?
you got ribs, you got bacon, you got.
Oh, you're thinking like full category.
I'm thinking
like,
the animal, the
Yeah.
pig. The pig is the animal I want to eat the most.
Well, beef is my answer.
I had a friend in college who thought a pork was the animal.
Ooh.
I'm
Well-
like, have you ever seen a pork running around? She's like,
I mean-
where would I see it? Girl, that like.
You don't say beef? Well, you say beef.
Interesting, because the meat is called chicken,
Yeah.
but
Well,
beef
maybe
is a
that's the
cow
only
and
one.
pork is a pig.
Yeah. Tuna.
So you said
a
beef.
tuna's a tuna.
Yeah.
Chad said beef, chicken, no, pork.
Yeah.
2 porks to 1 beef.
Yeah, I'll go
I mean,
with you.
luckily
Yeah.
we're not choosing on a desert island or anything, so we get to enjoy all of these great flavors.
Ooh.
as
Real
lives
quick.
that
Real quick.
Oh yeah,
Chad, you and I were just in Washington, D.C.
yes.
We had a
Oh.
sandwich.
Ooh.
It was called the
Oh,
triple
God.
stack burger. All right.
Yes.
Had 3 patties. 2
Yeah.
of them were beef. There was a patty on the middle, in between the 2 beef patties,
Duck.
chorizo patty.
Oh, chorizo.
It
What's
was-
that, pork?
Yeah.
It's pork.
Yeah.
And then there was
Unbelievable.
like bacon on top. Oh,
So really, the happiest marriage is a mixture of multiple meats.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Where
So-
these
like a
meats
meatball.
collide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, a beef and pork meatball,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
That was
Chad, I like that one.
that
That
was
was a
a
good one.
that was a meaty discussion.
He wrote that post-it just so he could make that joke.
No, even better. That just came to me.
Oh, wow.
That's how good I am with wordplay.
Wow.
We're getting good on our feet.
Yeah.
Oh, we got another blue
No, we're
coming
not.
up out of the Wheel of
What happens
chaos.
when we run out of all blues? Because we're looking pretty light on the blues now.
Well, I guess
I
I'm
think
just
we
going to
just lie
have
about
to
where the
click
wheel
until I
hit.
come up with a pink one. The best band / musical act, period. Make your case.
Must we have seen them?
Nope. Just who is the best? I'm going with Prince.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I say something shocking?
You don't like Prince?
Go for it.
I don't. First of all, I don't really know anything about Prince,
Mm.
other than he's from Minnesota.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. His name is a symbol, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah, he likes purple.
But like the only song I really know is Purple Rain. Is that
Oh.
the song?
No, I mean that's a song that Prince
Well, that's
sings.
that's
I
what
don't
I'm
know if
saying.
that's
That's
the one
that
that
didn't
you
sound
sing.
like that.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
That's the only song I know of his.
Okay.
Really, I don't.
How?
I don't really know Prince.
What about Little Red Corvette? Corvette.
Oh, I guess I know that one too. Okay.
What
How
are you gonna
about
pick?
Raspberry Beret?
Don't know that one.
Raspberry Beret.
Never heard it.
Kind you find
Nope.
at a secondhand store. All right, so that's not going to
Okay.
be Elliot's
No,
vote.
that's
I
not.
guess
Who,
Sorry,
who are you going to pick? Shaggy?
Ooh.
it wasn't me.
Emo band. Emo band
Yeah, he is.
from 2007. Elliot's favorite band, probably.
I think the only way to answer this question is bands we've actually seen. You know, because like
You will have to have seen them live.
I
Okay.
think the appropriate way to answer this is bands we've seen. Have you seen
I
Prince?
have not seen Prince.
Well, he's off the
Interesting
list.
how I'm leading this
Yeah, I know,
conversation.
he took
Elliot wants
right
to
over.
change how it's going. I asked you to just
Yeah,
say the
okay,
name
okay,
of the
okay.
best band or
Okay,
musical act,
okay.
period.
I don't know. Caitlin, go ahead.
I know. I was hoping you would go so I,
know,
could
I know.
stall.
So I'm going to answer it. Best band I have seen.
Cool.
Creed.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. I haven't seen Creed.
You
Nickelback.
had me there for a moment.
I'm kidding. I haven't seen Nickelback.
Oh, man.
No.
Hooba stank.
Okay. It's a bad answer. This is a bad answer.
Oh, God.
Okay. It is an emo band from mid 2000s.
I knew
right?
it.
They're not a good band. I don't enjoy them, but they put on an incredible show.
Oh, okay. I can
And
get
I
on
don't
that.
want to be judged by this because I fully acknowledge, I fully admit they're not a good band and it's an embarrassing band to say.
Yeah. Just say the name, please.
My Chemical Romance
What?
I believe it.
put on an incredible show
right, I can see that.
at Warped Tour, let's say 2006. I
Yep.
don't know.
I believe it.
It was like, you know, there is no seats there. So you're in the middle of a parking lot. There's multiple stages all around, but everybody there, it was like at the peak of their popularity. Everybody rushed the stage. It was crunched. It was crowded. They were playing the hits. Good
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
It moved you.
Not my favorite band, but
Remind me of a song that they sing. I can't think of one.
I'm
right
Not
now.
Okay is their biggest one. I'm not going to sing that one.
Oh,
it's
that's
more.
fine.
It's more.
The
Okay, that's
parade
fine.
one?
That's fine. I can look it up later.
Black
Oh,
Parade.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got it.
So I want
I'm
people to
locked
know,
in.
not a good band, but they put on a great show.
but when
Best
you had
show
to
ever?
be decisive, that's what rose to your mind.
Yeah,
Frankly, I wish I could redo my answer.
that's fine. You already
Too
did
bad.
it.
Yeah, I
Yep.
know.
That's not part of Chad's Wheel of Chaos. So
Okay, mine is
Beach
thinking. No,
First band I ever saw.
really?
Yeah, I was 2.
Doesn't count.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna pick Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Ooh,
that's a
I've
great
seen them
one.
live like a zillion times. There's he's dead
oh,
now, so
yeah.
that's not gonna happen anymore. But they're so good and so fun. And I remember I found out that Michael Jackson died while I was
Yeah.
in line for a porta potty at a Tom Petty concert.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Can I want to jump in here and
Sure.
can I erase that I said My Chemical Romance? I'm embarrassed by it.
You're going to have
No,
to do
you
some
have to live with
fancy
it.
editing to this.
No, I'm going to leave it in. I want people to know that I think they put on a great show. But now that you said, now you know, we're kind of bringing up the actual
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen and Easter.
Oh,
Band.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
she's good.
Duh, that makes sense.
That's probably the best. My dad was a huge fan of Bruce. Still is, I guess. But I've seen him multiple times. Plays 3 hours nonstop.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
That's a way better
Yeah.
pick than my
I know.
Yeah.
I want to redeem myself by that. But the fact that people know I said My Chemical Romance it's tough.
It's out there.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
They put on a good show.
But
What
you know
are
what,
gonna do?
Elliot? No one's going to be surprised by the answer. So seek solace
Yeah.
in that.
All right, cool. So now back to Chad's Wheel of Chaos.
If I'm feeling fun, I might just replace that with like a kitten purr.
And this time it's going to pause on pink. Ooh, look at the wheel takes care of itself. You were worried that we
Yeah.
weren't going to get a pink question. But here
I was
we
on the
go.
edge of my seats waiting for a pink question.
Me too.
So Caitlin.
Oh,
This
they're
one's
targeted?
This one's targeted to you,
Okay.
but
Does that mean
it'll
Elliot
flip.
answers
But I
too?
want
Okay.
I want you to answer
Sure.
first. What is one thing that you admire about Elliot?
Oh, that's great. I love that question.
This is nice.
Um,
I might have to edit out a lot of dead time. while you think
no.
this.
So many things. I think. Well, first of all, I think Elliot is probably one of the funniest people that I know.
Yeah,
And-
don't take this podcast
no,
as an example.
yeah,
of that,
no,
please.
seriously,
If
guys.
you hear some weird
it's
breaks,
really-
it seems like Elliot's like editing in these.
It's really
compliments.
different when the mics are off. But I also think Elliot is very kind.
Yeah. I can
Okay.
agree with that.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Elliot,
Thank
vice
you.
versa.
I appreciate that.
Sure.
What is something that you admire about Caitlin?
So, Caitlin, as evidenced by Caitlin and I actually don't work together that often on things at work. So I actually know Caitlin as a friend first, which is exciting, but not exciting, which is it's a nice way because
It's a fact.
most people I know in general like stem from this organization. But a couple months ago, this past summer, we all got to work together very closely on a leadership, what do we call it? A summer conference,
Yeah.
right? We were on the team that, I didn't really belong on this, but we were on the team that kind of led the thing, right? And Caitlin really rose as an incredible leader, very thoughtful, you were very impressive. Because like I said, I've known you as a friend first.
Yeah.
And watching you in meetings, talking out difficult issues and leading your team, it was impressive.
Oh, thanks.
I was
Elliot. That's
impressed
nice.
by you as a leader in the workplace.
That's kind
Thoughtful,
of you to say.
smart, wonderful.
Oh, that's good. See,
That was a-
I'm keeping you two on your toes. You
I
don't know
that feels
where the questions are
off-brand for
coming
us,
from.
Yeah.
That's all part of it. It's
Why?
not Chad's
Don't
wheel
sleep
of
on
awkward
pink.
questions. It's Chad's wheel of chaos. It's all over the place.
Yeah. Clearly.
It's chaotic.
Clearly.
Round and
I
round
don't
it
know
goes.
why I keep turning around to
Where
look
it
at the wheel
stops.
like I'm like something surprising is going to be happen. It's either pink or it's blue.
Oh,
I mean, this. I will say, while Chad is figuring out this spin, this is an episode you want to watch.
Yeah, you can watch
I
the
mean,
wheel spin too. Yeah.
This wheel,
It's dynamic.
it's worth the time on
yeah,
YouTube.
I really do want to figure out how you did that, Chad. You have to tell me.
it's
I'm sure it is.
I'll
a lot
send
of
you
a
a
lot
link
of
because
googling, huh?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
So this question coming up off of a pink post-it: how do you spell gray?
Oh,
G-R-E-Y or
great question.
G-R-A-Y?
Great question, Chad. Pretend like you're at a spelling bee, Elliot.
I'm trying to think how I actually truly spell it. Okay.
Please use the word in a sentence.
Yeah. How does the spelling be?
The gray kitten purred loudly.
Thank you. Origin of the word? National origin?
Greek.
Greek.
I have
Sounds
no
right.
idea. Our fact checkers out there in the
Yeah.
world are Podturn. Please let us know the origin of the word gray.
I think I'd spell it with an E.
I would do an A.
Is that the?
I don't know. Is
There's
there,
one that's like more of a UK,
Yeah.
England, Britain.
That's the one Elliot will pick.
I'm pretty fancy.
Yeah.
I would say E. I think A is the English or the American.
Do you spell like color with a U?
Always.
Favorite with a
Always.
U?
I throw an
Yeah.
E at the end of theater.
Oh, God, the R-E.
Yeah.
Isn't
But I know one of them's more like UK. I don't know which one because that would have been preparation that I do not do for these pods.
Mailbag.
So, Caitlin, you're on the A.
A. Team A.
I'm on the E. Chad, what are you?
I think I live in Chad's wheel of chaos in my life. I think I use it differently in each thing. Probably like different in the same
Yeah.
document. even.
Yeah.
This is kind of like
I might be
we
with you on
talked about
that.
this before. When I'm speaking and I have to say the word EITHER, I always have to think, am I going to say either or either?
Yeah.
And I think I resort to either.
I do too, I think.
Feels fancier. right?
Yeah, it does.
Either feels like kind of
Yeah.
pedestrian.
You say that as
know?
you have your pinky up on your microphone, which I thought was a nice touch.
I do sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pinky.
Yeah.
What's it called?
We're
Pinkies
at a
out.
tea party.
I live my
That
life
would be
like a tea
fun.
party.
Yeah.
All right, so we're
Pizza
none of us
party.
are confident in our answer on the way
no,
that we spell
I'm
that
not
word.
wed to either
I,
way.
I waver.
Yeah.
I waver.
All right, round and round it goes. Where it stops, somebody will know. Pink. Pink is
pink,
coming
pink,
back.
pink. Oh my God, we're getting near the end.
How do you drink your coffee
Ooh.
and why?
Ooh.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I have an easy answer, so Caitlin, go first.
Okay, so mine has changed.
Ooh.
Has it?
Yeah, so
You've
'cause
gone through a transformation.
I used to like a little Splenda in my coffee. I know. I know. I can see your eyes rolling.
No. I'm not rolling.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people
And
who
a splash of like skim milk, but then
there's a lot of people who judge Splenda and like it's worse than real sugar.
I think it is.
Eh,
It probably is.
I don't.
I don't know
I don't
enough
really
about
care either
science.
way.
I know, but now, so I know I did the whole 30, and now no more. I know, Elliot.
It's true. You get annoyed with
grown.
yourself that you're like
I know,
changing.
but
your life
now
because of
no black
it.
or with
Ooh.
like a splash of coconut milk.
Ooh, that sounds
Ooh.
kind of fancy. So
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I've always drank it this way. It's just pure black.
Oh, since the beginning.
I think so.
Like a real man.
No, because in the beginning when I first started drinking coffee, I was drinking a lot of like caramel macchiatos.
That tracks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But once I started drinking coffee, I think I've always drank it black. My mom, I learned coffee from my mom.
That makes
She
sense.
drinks roughly 13 cups per day, and
Oh, well, she's a nurse, right?
she's now a nurse or unit director. But
Yeah.
she was a nurse my whole childhood.
Yeah, so I could see why you need a
yeah.
lot of coffee. Yeah.
But yeah, she always drank it black. So when I started actually drinking coffee, there was never a question.
Yeah.
I think, and this is, I don't know if this is pretentious of me, but like
It
drinking
will be.
drinking the coffee black,
You can taste the coffee.
you can taste the coffee, and you're not just
Gotcha.
tasting the milk.
Yeah.
I feel like when you
That's
add
fair.
milk and sugar, you're watering down what coffee actually is.
Yeah, but sometimes milk like enhances flavors of certain coffees.
Ooh.
I saw that. I
That's
bought
interesting.
I bought an espresso recently, and I'm
Yeah.
in love with. You've taken it for a whirl.
Yeah.
Chad.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with it.
But-
But I have seen. I mean, they're like super coffee snobby about their coffee.
Yeah.
And they do say like it changes the flavor profile of some
Ooh.
things. It,
Can-
like enhances certain
Can
ones.
you say anything better than just a really good, thick, rich espresso shot?
Oh,
Oh my
love it.
gosh.
Love
good
it.
is heaven.
I know. To the point where like sometimes at night I'll want to have it and I'll be like, just because I want it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, like what a dumb
should do it.
idea. No,
I-
I don't sleep enough as is.
The other
Imagine.
day we went to Blue Bottle Coffee.
Oh,
Ooh.
a dream.
I looked at the menu and everything was too expensive.
I know.
So I got the cheapest thing on the menu, which was a shot of
A granola bar.
it was a shot of espresso, and it was $3.75.
For a shot of espresso?
It must
Hot
have been
diggity.
it
Thick
must
and
it,
big
it
and-
must have been less than an ounce. Like I
Yeah.
think a shot of espresso was an ounce, right?
Maybe.
This was
I
like
don't know.
this was the smallest amount of coffee that you can legally put in a cup and charge somebody for it. It was insanely
They got you
small,
hook, line, and sinker.
but it was so good.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
There's something about it, espresso, yeah.
Chad has some interesting coffee habits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They run the gamut.
I'd like you to tell our listeners, but I frankly, if I hear you say it, I might dry heave.
Well, I think to answer the question, I drank my coffee black and strong.
Yeah.
And similar to your evolution, it all started with a white chocolate mocha.
It all,
my freshman
guys,
year
it
of college.
always does.
And then it was a quick slope that was the gateway drug into like just mochas,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
lattes.
Oh, you
then
can't go
cafe
wrong with a
au laits
mocha.
with a shot of mint.
I do love it.
And then within like a year and a half, I got to just black coffee.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
now it's black and strong, and I make the cheapest stuff because it's very utilitarian. I need the caffeine.
Yeah.
And I will drink day-old coffee from my
Oh,
desk.
God. He did it today.
I know.
Yeah.
Chad
and
has like
it's
a
not
5-pound canister of Maxwell House at his desk, and this
Like, where do you
this
get
little
that anymore?
4-cup coffee maker
Yeah.
that's just on his desk. And guys, it is the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life. There's coffee
Yeah.
stains all over it. It looks like it's from 1997, and it's never been washed.
It's like in a fallout
I wash
shelter.
it a couple times a year.
Oh, God. Can I tell you? This,
I don't believe you.
This morning, I normally have coffee like at my desk, but I
Yeah.
ran out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I should go out and get some. I'm like, oh, I wonder if I should just go by Chad's desk and get some coffee. And then I like literally like shook one. No, never mind.
You thought about it and
Yeah,
said,
it's like bad idea.
"Ugh."
Yeah.
It's disgusting, Chad.
Yeah. it's
And when
disgusting.
this was it this morning when you took that shot of day old
That was
coffee?
yesterday.
I feel like I do that
Oh,
multiple times a week, so then you see it
So the answer
multiple
is
times a week.
yes.
the face you made.
Oh, I don't like it.
I will say that when I drink coffee, if I have a choice, it's going to be iced. I've
Yeah,
transitioned.
same,
fair.
same.
I've transitioned 1,000% to preferring
Yeah.
iced coffee
Yeah.
over hot coffee. Not a huge fan of cold brew though.
I think
Ooh,
it's just
interesting.
it's just a way to get you to spend more on coffee. Like,
It
I don't think
tastes-
it
I don't know.
tastes that much different.
Well, like Starbucks iced coffee versus Starbucks cold brew.
Right, it's the
I'm-
same thing.
No, I dramatically prefer the iced
Really?
coffee,
oh.
Interesting.
But I
which
feel-
helps
yeah.
me save a little bit of scratch.
Yeah.
Um,
I will tell you, though, I've become one of those people that likes oat milk.
Wow.
I know.
You have
I'm
transitioned.
disappointed. I'm
Millennial.
disappointed, but I was like, it's kind of good.
I'll be honest, I've never had oat milk.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't like it because you like black coffee.
Well, I prefer the coffee black, but I'm not against a splash of milk.
We'll
I
try
just
it
don't do it.
sometime.
I
Something-
can take milk. You put sugar in there, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And here in Boston, apparently, it's different than the rest of the country. When you order an iced coffee at Starbucks, they put sweetener in. I guess that's not the case around the country. So you have to order unsweetened.
Oh yeah, I have to
Wait,
order
here
unsweetened.
you have to order
yeah.
it unsweetened?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, when you order it on the app, it's automatic, like a Trenta. So
Oh, weird.
the biggest size of Starbucks, which was I get. If you don't take it off, you get 7 pumps of sugar.
Oh, really? Because
7
whenever
pumps.
whenever I order it, they ask.
Yeah,
Like
I always
sweetened or
order
unsweetened.
unsweetened.
Yeah, me too.
We've gone long on coffee, but
Yeah.
There's a
something that
deep vein.
I haven't tried that I think I want to, and maybe
Ooh.
the three of us can try it together sometime.
He's asking us out, Chad.
adding the butter to the coffee.
Oh, like
Ooh.
bulletproof?
I don't know what that means.
That's what it's called.
Is
yeah,
it?
I've tried that a
Yeah.
little bit.
I don't
I've also heard
know.
if you sprinkle, I used to do this, sprinkle cinnamon on top of the grounds before you make the coffee.
Ooh.
It smooths it out a bit.
Oh, really?
Hmm. And so it
Huh.
doesn't taste like cinnamon necessarily. It just
Right.
rounds out the flavor.
Okay.
Interesting.
We got some experimenting to do with
Yeah,
our coffee
wow.
drinks.
Yeah. I could try butter on coffee. It would just add richness, right?
I guess.
I mean, what's not
I'd
better
try it,
by
but
the addition of butter?
I know, but like, do I want it? No. But I'll try it, sure.
Okay. We'll try
It's
it.
kind of
We'll
like we tried the monster truck rally. We're just
tried it.
new experience.
Found out it's not for me.
Yeah. Just went,
Oh.
huh. No. I liked Monster Jam.
All right. So
All
that
right.
sounds like a good pod thing to come. Buttered coffee.
Buttered
Buttered
coffee.
coffee.
Round and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. It's Chad's Wheel of Chaos. Sauce, 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 sauce.
This is getting to be a lot.
Yeah, it is.
I really like it.
Getting to be.
Chad's in his element.
Blue.
I
Right
know.
now. Blue. Okay.
Ooh, blue one coming at ya.
Oh.
What is a fear you have?
Ooh. One of them is like kind of introspective. Like I have a huge fear of failure. Like I have a huge fear of
Sure.
like imagining myself at 60 or 65 and looking back and
Like, still doing it, huh?
well that
Still
or,
recording this podcast.
no, that would be a huge win
be a
for us.
win.
But like looking back and wondering like I should have done better. Like college, I didn't give my all in college, and I kind of regret that. And I'm fearful that like 30 years from now, I'll
Yeah.
look back on me now
I
and say
I share similar
and say,
fears.
was I doing everything right? So I'm afraid of that.
Yeah.
My actual everyday fear
Yeah.
is public speaking.
Huh.
I am horrified of public speaking, and it's like this. It's just like this discomfort that it's like months in advance. If I know I have to speak,
Oh yeah, we've
stresses
talked
you
about
out.
that before.
it just ruins my year. You know, like if I know I have to give a presentation like for a month before, I'm stressed out,
Oh,
but I prepare, and then as soon as I start, it's
you're
okay.
really good at it. Yeah.
I'm not really good at it,
Yeah, I
but
think you are.
once you start, you're okay. So I think that teaches us something about fears. Face your fears; they're not as bad as they seem.
It also seems
Right?
like this
Oh.
podcast might be therapy for Elliot to
Yeah.
get better at facing his fear of public speaking because there's
Well,
a public out here
Yeah,
listening.
they're growing.
That's true, but I can't see
Couple
them.
dozen.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
can only see you two judge everything I say.
I know. Chad and I do a lot of sideways glances at
That's
each
why
other.
we're
Yeah.
harsh judges. We're
Yeah.
we're coaching you, Elliot.
Yeah.
If I say something that, even I'm not confident with, I see the eyes connect
Yeah,
with each other.
often.
And I'm like, well, I'm going
We
to cut
just did
that
it
one
again.
out.
Caitlin, what's a fear
I
that
know
you
you like the
have?
real ones. I was gonna I don't really like heights.
Well, remember, I find humor to be elusive on this pod. So, so maybe I have to go real every once in a while.
Yeah, I get like my heart races on like unprotected, like unsecured kind of high places.
Okay. So
No,
like
but like if I'm
climbing
like
a mountain and there's like
yes,
a cliff edge.
Okay.
yes,
you-
if I'm
you
on
avoid
like
that.
the 39th floor of a building, I'm not gonna be afraid of heights.
Right.
But
like
if
a
I-
fire escape.
Yes,
Ooh, like a
my knees would shake.
like a thin metal step. Like
Oh,
like
yeah.
a metal grate kind of fire
yes,
escape
absolutely.
on the outside of the building.
Yeah,
That's terrifying.
not great for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it's windy.
And things below the surface of water also kind of scare me.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like
I get that.
sharks. I always think there's something going on.
Especially when the beach that we sometimes go to in the summer there were shark attacks this year.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So it's like a real fear
It's,
now.
it's,
yeah.
it's an authentic worry.
Like I grew up when my parents had like a swimming pool in our backyard, and
Not many sharks in there, I don't think.
No, but like I would have the irrational fear that like you're like swimming, doing
Yeah.
laps, and like the trap door at the bottom of the pool opens up, and like here comes Jaws.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's something like psychological there.
Totally,
probably,
yeah,
but
totally.
Yeah,
It's like when you're younger, or maybe not just when you're younger, you're afraid of the dark for no real reason
Yeah.
other than the unknown.
I'm still
you
a
know?
little afraid of the dark. Yeah,
I
uncomfortable.
scared myself the other night. I was going to hang up some shirts on our shower curtain rod, and the light was off in the bathroom. And like in the moment there, I just got my own head.
Yeah.
I was like, what if there's like a clown hiding in there with a knife? And I was like,
yeah.
no,
Yeah.
knock it off. You're just
I
like
know.
psyching yourself out. But
Have
like,
have any of you? We all live relatively in the city. Have you ever had like a home?
Oh God, I don't want to talk about this.
Oh, you don't?
Well, no, because now I'm gonna be scared.
Well, okay.
No, I haven't.
That's
but
a
you
fear
have
of
a
mine.
story. You have a story.
I have a fear of being broken into
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Which story are you talking about?
The thing over the summer that happened.
Yeah. So I live. I'm not gonna say where I live in case this man is listening.
Oh, that's true.
We might be with our listener base growing as it is.
But Carla and I were in bed, and our bedroom faces we're on like our bedroom window is the street, right? And we were in bed, and it was dark, and we just see this light come through our blinds, but it didn't move. It stayed there. So I got up out of bed.
Scary.
I went to the window. I peeked through the blinds, and there was a man. I'm gonna say late 40s, mid 50s, maybe. Heavy set, so he was like a bigger guy.
He was a
Big
what?
boy.
He was a bigger boy than me, and an older boy than me. And
Big
was-
old boy.
he was holding a flashlight,
Yeah.
shining it directly at my bedroom window.
Oh, that's terrifying.
It was horrifying.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at him. He saw that I was looking, so he turned off his flashlight and started walking away. And that was uncomfortable. So I called the police.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, there's a man, a big boy, outside my window shining a flashlight in. I don't know why. It's like 10:30, 11
Yeah.
o'clock at night. Why is he here?" And they were like, "We'll send somebody by." So he had walked down the street. So I left my house. I went down the street and I pretended like I was on the phone. And I saw this man sitting in an unmarked white van.
Holy shit.
And like when you're kids, they always say avoid the unmarked
Yeah.
white vans because it's a person who's going to steal you. He's sitting in an unmarked white van, just like they always said
Like, come
they would
on,
be.
man.
And he's sitting there. The engine is on. His light is on. He's on his phone. And so I got his license plate. I'm kind of a badass, right?
Yeah.
So I followed this guy out.
He's
whatever.
seen some movies.
So
Dick
I got
Tracy over here.
I got his
Dick
license
Tracy,
plate.
Remember him?
I called the cops back and I said, I have his license plate. I see where he is sitting in the van. 2 minutes later, I see the cop kind of like coming down the street. He turns a left and then he puts on his light and the guy pulls out and wheels away. And so he goes away. The cop follows him and I never see him again.
Jeez.
Ooh.
So I spent the next like 2 weeks like thinking, is there somebody who's trying to,
Yeah,
case the house and
Yeah.
see when we're home? Nothing ever came of it.
I know. But I
Yeah.
do remember you like had like one of those window air conditioners
Yeah.
and you took it out of your
Yeah.
window because you were afraid of all this.
Yeah.
So we had like
And
a
it-
heat wave the
yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
And Elliot's like, I can't go home. It's so damn hot.
That's the trouble with first floor,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, I live on the
if
first
you
floor
if you have
too.
an AC unit
Yeah.
in your window, it's basically saying, "Hey, my window's unlocked."
Oh yeah, I've broken into my own home
Yeah.
through that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Coming back from vacation over the summer.
so I guess that's a fear of
fair.
mine.
Yeah.
Luckily, it hasn't happened yet, so that was a knock on wood.
Yet. Chad, what do you got?
I think similar to you. Especially in high school, I had like an irrational fear of fish. Well, like
They're
things under,
scary.
and it
Yeah.
just something I couldn't wrap my head around to like them being buoyant in water and being like a
Buoyant.
live animal sort of. There was just something off in
Yeah.
my like
Yeah.
psychological understanding of them
Yeah.
to the point that like our show choir went to the aquarium
Again,
in
the show
Chicago,
choir.
the Shed Aquarium, and I like had a I hyperventilate a little
Oh
bit.
wow, really?
Yeah, because I was
Because
like,
you were near the big tank?
I could handle like the small cute ones, and then the big one, this
The big boys.
big like 6 foot big silver fish came by. I was like, nope, just can't do that. I'm out of here. And it's gotten better like recently, but
Yeah.
there was a period there where
Some fish
it just
therapy,
irked me.
I
Yeah.
think there's a universal fear that all humans share is
Which
when
is-
you're in the ocean and something touches your foot.
Yeah,
I
totally.
don't care what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
You go-
terrified.
You're in their home. You're
Yeah.
like, you're
You
on
did
their
that
turf.
over the summer. I remember. Remember we were sitting in like inner tubes at the beach and something came by and Elliot
Yeah.
like yelped.
Yep.
It
I'm a
jumped
yelper.
10 feet.
I scare
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked up
Yeah.
on that.
Wow. So somehow we only have 2 Post-it notes left.
Yeah.
And one is blue, one is pink. Somehow through all this, it worked out to be
Chad's
50-50.
Wheel of
Wow.
Chaos. Like
Chad's Wheel of
knows how to
Chaos.
play.
Actually, not that chaotic.
Yeah.
There's
There's
order
some, like,
to the chaos.
mathematic theory there.
Round and round it goes.
Yeah, one of our mathematics listeners write in.
Yeah, please
Teach us
let
about
us
this.
know.
Pink. All right, we got a pink post-it.
Okay, we got a pink.
Pink.
Last pink. Final pink.
Ooh. How frustrating is
Very,
it that the
very
letter
frustrating.
Q needs the letter U behind it to be useful?
In Scrabble, it's very frustrating. But outside of that, I don't.
Are
I've never
there-
thought about it.
Yeah, I haven't thought about it either. Are there any words that have Q without the U?
Are there any words that have Q at the very end of the word?
Bark.
No.
It's spelled in the French way.
Well,
Bark.
I
B-A-R-Q?
Yeah.
Like
I feel like
root
there
beer?
might be more like
That's not a
French
thing.
words.
Um,
But as a child growing up in second grade, very frustrated
Oh,
through the
sure, I
learning
get
to
that.
read process,
yeah.
Q and you have this special relationship that the rest of the
Yeah.
letters don't have. Oh, why?
Why?
I like when people say why with
Why.
the H.
Yeah, I do
really.
too.
Or what?
What?
Yeah. So Q.
I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what. Q and U.
They're like friends with benefits of the
I-
letters.
I appreciate Q and U.
I think
as
it's
a
sweet.
model of
Oh, so
a
you're not
partnership that
frustrated?
we
This
can
is
all.
just me?
Yeah.
I think
So if you're a Chad and you're a listener, you're also frustrated by this.
I
so-
might actually be the opposite of frustrated. I might appreciate it. I wish there were
You
more
think it's
letters.
So
Cute.
Yeah.
for me,
With
it's a
spelled
pet
Q-U.
peeve. For you, it's a
Yeah,
pet
something like
please.
I think Q and U.
I don't understand this.
Oh.
Q and U partnering up. I think it's a pet please. I'm a big fan.
Big fan.
Wow.
Chad got very worked up and
I did it. I almost tore the whole thing
jingle
apart.
No, we're
jangled
good.
our equipment a little bit. But yeah, I'm
Last
a fan
one?
of Q and U.
Last
I don't
one?
have a problem with it.
Oh.
I'm not frustrated.
I don't understand how you see the world because it's different than I do.
Well,
But
I see it with
Alright.
positivity and enthusiasm.
Okay, there's that. All right, last one.
all right, yeah, I'm not even going to spin the wheel because
Spin the wheel just so we
no,
can see
know it's blue.
if it
You
landed
think,
on
it's,
blue.
you think it's going to land? Let's see.
I want to make a bet on what it's going to land
I
on.
bet you it's going to be blue. I have positivity.
I already said blue.
Well, we agree. High five.
Fine.
It was
Oh.
pink.
Damn it! I was
Just
going to
barely.
pick pink.
Just
I wanted
barely.
to pick pink.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, sometimes positivity doesn't work
No,
out.
it never
Oh.
does.
When's the last time you cried?
Ooh.
Oh.
Wow. Hey. Tears. Okay.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't know if it was a full cry, but I teared up watching Roma.
But that was going to be my answer
Okay.
too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think Chad's answer, I think I know what it's going to be. When you say it, I'm going to say if that's what I thought it was.
You would say
Um,
that regardless.
I know,
don't think so.
but I do think it is. I'll whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
The
I've
mic
watched.
picked that
I've
up.
watched other movies since A Star Is
Okay.
Born.
I was wrong. Yeah, during Roma.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a moment,
I think everyone saw it before we did.
Do
So
you
I
think?
think.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Minus
even though
Chad.
it's one of the easiest like major Oscar movies
Yeah, I thought it was
to
great.
ever be seen,
Yeah.
relatively few people have seen it
Yeah.
because it's the subtitles in the black and white.
Yeah.
Incredible movie, and I'm not gonna spoil it, but that time when it happens and it didn't work the way she hoped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. You're
that's the
talking about.
moment.
It's such a way to describe it.
That's the one. Chad hasn't seen
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I appreciate the dance around.
But
that you're
did
doing.
it happen the way she didn't want it to?
I think it kind of did happen the way she didn't want it,
Yeah.
but it was still tragic.
Yeah.
Although maybe it was what
You
she
know,
wanted it to be.
Yeah, exactly. The
good
end
point.
of the movie. Yeah.
Ooh.
Good
Okay.
point. Chad, you got to watch it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
for me, that's my answer. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
moment
me
in that
too.
movie?
Yeah.
That's the last time you cried too.
Maybe it was like last week.
Yeah, this was like
no,
4
I mean,
days
I'm
ago.
sure I've cried since, but probably not.
Nothing that stands out.
Yeah.
Last night I welled up. We watched Pixar released a new
What?
video that
Like a
is
short?
about a little short
Ooh.
that has like a kitten and a pit bull. It's called Kitbull,
Okay.
What?
and
And it's
it
touching?
got me. It got me. Well,
You got
I
me.
I have a low bar for like emotional storytelling that
Yeah.
induces me,
Yeah.
and
Chad's easily induced.
it caught me. I had like the tears, and Katie was like, "Are you crying?" I was like,
No.
"It's falling down my face.
I'm
It's
gonna have
just
to look,
welled
I'm
up
gonna have to
here."
look that up.
Can I'm gonna say something here.
Uh-oh.
So, during the moment in Roma when
Oh, God.
it happened,
This again. Yeah.
I looked over at Carla.
She was on her phone.
Actually, no. I looked over at Carla and I saw a tear go down her face.
So
and
you
I think
felt better.
I think no. I think more than the movie making me upset, I think seeing her
Oh, wow,
be upset
Elliot.
really hit me.
Yeah.
That
So I
makes
think it
sense.
was probably a combo. But like, if I see her upset, that's
If I see other people
that's all I
cry,
have.
yeah. I
yeah.
get- yeah.
So that's tough. So sorry for that little anecdote.
Okay, great.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for participating in Chad's Wheel of Chaos.
Yeah, Chad, that was
That
good.
was fun.
That was
Yeah.
real fun.
I didn't know what to expect, Chad, but
we might have to
you
revisit
exceeded
this
those
here and there.
expectations. Yeah.
This was fun
Yeah.
because we gotta use this graphic again.
I know.
Well, we
it
got
took
the
a lot of
graphic,
work.
and there may be a physical wheel coming up someday.
Oh my
That'd be
We're gonna
fun.
build that. Are the
A
carpentry
carpenter-
cousins
carpentry
gonna
If we
build
did
that?
it, I
Cousins.
want one of those things like, when you had like
The raffle?
playing cards on your bicycle spokes.
The
So it would be like, yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
absolutely,
Yeah.
no doubt. So
So we'll work up getting that commissioned by the Carpentry Cousins, our partners.
All right.
up
Wow. All
north.
right. Good way to go, Chad. Hot
Yeah,
topic.
that was fun.
Thank you very much. All right, now we're moving on to the mailbag.
Mailbag.
And
Mailbag.
We've become like less and less
It's like Pavlovian.
now it's just simply mailbag. It used to be like mailbag.
all right, the first thing in the mailbag.
Chad's like, all right.
All right, let's
No,
keep it moving.
what happened is I wasn't listening to Elliot, and all right was just my transition.
He's like, something was said. Let's move.
I used to use cool is that transition, and I got some feedback. Some people started making memes. So
Really?
all right is my new transition.
Well, now they know that all right's your thing.
Well, let's make it a meme then.
You can't ask for it to be
yeah,
made
that's
a
not the way
meme.
that
All right, so
Cool.
in the mailbag we have our pod turn. Caitlin, do you want to? Have we talked about our pod turn?
I think
We
we did an
introduced the pod turn.
introduction.
Okay.
Yeah. So we officially have a pod turn, an intern.
Yeah.
Our friend Sarah has stepped up to the plate to, join the pod squad.
Punching way below her weight.
No, above.
Above her way?
Above her weight? No. She's way more
Oh,
important
yeah,
than
yeah,
us.
yeah. Totally,
She's,
totally.
yes.
She's coming down to our level.
Yo,
Yeah.
stooping. Yes.
Yeah, stooping.
Without a doubt.
We do not believe in overqualified for a
No.
job.
no,
All here
no
at I
such
tell you
thing.
What.
No such thing.
No.
And I think, Elliot, when you dangled those 3 college credits in front of her, she took the bait.
Well,
Yeah.
they're acceptable at some universities.
Yeah, exactly. Just call us first. Yeah, so
Mostly the for-profit university.
yeah, exactly. The Sharks. So yeah, we have a new intern that we're pleased to welcome aboard. She's going to do our fact checking, just general encouragement, and she's going to join us.
She's going to be encouraging?
I think she is encouraging. She's going to join us. I don't know. Every couple of weeks, we're going to figure it out and just
Yeah.
have her on the pod to just to talk, let us know what she's learning,
Okay.
contribute to
Okay.
the conversation, etc. All that's to say, we got to figure it out.
Yeah, so she sent us a message. We're
She
going to
did.
listen to this.
Yep.
And thank you, Sarah, for doing the diligence
Yeah.
that you do.
Welcome aboard.
Happy to have you.
Indeed.
Hello. I'll tell you what. My name is Sarah Robertson.
Hey, Sarah.
I wanted to first note that Elliot did not know how to say my name properly.
Oh, burn.
He paused with a dramatic pause the last time he was trying to say it. But Caitlin really, came in. I have kind of weaseled my way into this podcast by live texting Caitlin when I'm listening to it and fact checking everything because I'm that level of nerd. So I think I'm now the intern for the podcast,
Yep.
which
It's true.
is amazing. I do not live in the greater Boston area, nor am I even from the Northeast. I am a West Coast girl. Currently living in the South. I live in Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm hoping that there will be a pod squad coming on down to Little Rock.
Sure will.
And
Well,
maybe
know
I
it.
can do a live pod taping there. Just excited that I have been invited to be a part of the pod family. Kind of tangentially a part of the pod family. Like if there was like an annoying older sister
Not
that was
true.
like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then eventually they were like, oh yeah, you can hang out with us. You're cool, but only on
No.
pre-recorded devices and we'll be able to edit you at will.
That's true.
That's how I roll. I may have called Caitlin a bad word on the first pod.
Yeah,
I
you
just
did.
don't want you guys to think that that represents me as a human. I don't often say that word. It was bleeped pretty well, but I think you know what it means. And she might be that word for putting it on the pod, but that's debatable.
Yeah.
Okay, well, nice talking to you. I'll tell you what, you'll hear my voice again.
Ooh.
Hey,
Ooh.
sure will.
Good sign off.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for taking on this opportunity
Yeah.
and
Thank you,
joining
Sarah
us and keeping us
Robertson.
honest.
Way to go, Elliot.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, so the pod squad's growing and we're excited about it.
So also in the mailbag, this message from Andy. So first of all, I love the pod. Has me literally laughing out loud every
Oh,
time.
that's
You three are
nice.
just delightful.
It's very kind.
Second of all, I have a little reality check for Mr. Elliot Haney,
My God.
a.k.a. the Bearded Beauty.
Hey, thanks.
Pertaining to his Taco Bell story and buying a 12-pack of tacos just for himself and then pretending that he has kids in the back seat. I'll tell you what, never in the history of parenting have driving kids through the drive-thru have said children ever been silent. In particular, in this particular scenario, they would have been throwing the sauce. Then you'd be hearing some yelling and wanting, Johnny got more than me, and possibly a crying saying, I don't want to go to Taco Bell. I want to go to Taco John's, which
Okay.
would have been the right way to go
Okay.
for any
Okay.
child. So the Taco Bell people knew that
I have
you were just a man.
I know Andy's not here to
Eating 12.
defend himself, but I have a couple comments.
So now
on
I
this.
feel empowered to say this.
No. It's two small things. One, my children, when they do arrive, will be over the moon excited when it's time to go to Taco Bell. They will never complain about the wonders of a Taco 12 pack. So there's
Yeah,
one
you're
thing.
probably
Until
about
they
that.
experience Taco John's, and they're like, this is
Yeah,
trash.
they're little tots.
Taco John's, I like its Midwestern charm. The other thing is, I don't think
I feel like that was an underhanded slight towards me
It
by
always
people.
is. It
No,
always
never.
is.
And that's a good segue. Not really.
Is
but
it?
I want,
No.
all right. Also in the mailbag coming is from Allie. Dear Kate, Elliot, and Chad. As a specific proclaimed podcast aficionado, well done.
Elliot.
didn't
Nothing
read-
has been funny yet.
My cold reading probably.
That's
is
what I was.
it-
I'm sorry.
All right,
I've read it
Chad.
before, but not enough.
All right, Chad.
I might look for-
Start from the top.
Let the humor flow.
God. All right. This one's coming in as from Allie. Allie says, Dear Kate, Elliot, and Chad. Ooh, the Wheel of Chaos is doing too
okay.
much chaos.
We've gone off the rails.
All right, here, I'll do it.
Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you.
All right, next up in the mailbag, last but not least, from our friend Allie. She says, Dear Kate, Elliot, and Chad, as a self-proclaimed podcast aficionado, well
Ooh.
done. I look forward to the latest ITYW. Allie, love that you used the abbreviation. That was
Yeah.
great.
That's a true fan. That's a sign of a
Yes,
true fan.
Sign of a true fan. So she proposes a topic that she'd like to
Ooh,
see
yes.
this trio explore. She said, 1, cocktails. What are your favorite all-time cocktails? How does
okay.
your choice change with the season or occasion?
Sure.
Love that. Perhaps you could also recreate one of my all-time favorite podcasts, Totally Beverages and Sometimes Hot Sauce, which is now indefinitely on hiatus. Brown
no.
face. Anywho,
We can pick up
they
that
would
ball and run with it.
blind taste test beverages, rank their faves, and then try to guess what is what. You could do 3 or 4 different light beers, different versions of Coke, glass bottle, can, fountain, etc. Different brands of coconut water, which you're drinking right
Ooh.
now, Elliot. And I was surprised to see. The possibilities are
Lovely.
endless. But
But.
if you do this, you also need to go back through each of your beverage profiles, something they would do on T-Bash. Take us through Totally Beverages and Sometimes Hot Sauce.
That's a good acronym.
That
That's
is
better
great.
than ITYW.
Yeah. Take us through a day of
It is a
beverages for
mouthful.
you. Do you start the day with a glass of water, room temp, or ice cold? How do you take your coffee? What do you have with lunch? I want to know it all. I feel like Elliot will really get behind this, she writes.
I'm behind it. I'm in it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
There's going to be a beverages
I can't
episode
wait.
coming
She
down the
said,
pipe.
keep it up, Allie. Adopted Amaral sister, along with Dorothy, Cape Cod charcuterie designer.
Oh, yes.
P.S.
one of
You
the
can find
best.
2 of the last T-Bash episodes on Apple Podcasts. Are they
Whoa,
the
whoa,
best
whoa, whoa,
ones?
whoa.
No. Are they still fun? Yes.
Yes.
I
love the
like
suggestion.
the plugging of a different podcast on this podcast.
Yeah.
I like the cross pod work.
Collaboration. Yeah.
I wonder, maybe this summer on the Cape, she can lead us through a blind taste
Yeah,
test.
I think that's a great idea.
You know, she can
Yeah.
be a 4th chair.
Yeah.
And she can, she can be the moderator
Yeah.
of the blind taste test.
Yeah, I do know that she's written into that particular podcast before and sent them beverages to try because they would encourage their listeners to do so. So
Well, I
She's a
encourage
pro.
her to do that this summer.
yeah,
We'll
I
pick
like
up
the
the
idea.
torch.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
right
we'll
with
bring the wheel back too for that one.
How would we say our acronym? ITWA?
Itwa, Itwa, Itwaiwa,
Itcha.
Itya.
ITWA?
I don't think
I don't-
there's a
it's-
great way to do it. Yeah.
I like ITWA.
What do you call like an acronym that spells a word? There's like a thing for it. I knew
It sounds
none
like
of
a
us would
great
know.
question
Yeah.
for our audience to write
Or
into
a
the
great,
mailbag.
great question for a quick Google.
Yeah,
I mean,
Google. Yeah, we can do that too.
ITWA isn't here to teach.
It's
IT
not-
was here to
no
entertain.
longer an educational pod.
There's
Yeah.
nuggets in there. You just got to sift them out.
Nuggets.
Ugh. You want to get nuggets after this?
Ooh.
I can always get nuggets. You know this.
Yeah,
Well,
that was it.
That was good. Thank you.
what a pod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for joining along for Chad's Wheel of Chaos.
I'm not gonna lie. I was concerned about it
I
before
was
we started.
very concerned about it.
I'm pleasantly surprised
Yeah.
with your Wheel of Chaos.
Yeah, you did a good job, Chad.
I'm
Thank
excited for the next
Proud of
time
you,
we
man.
get to take a spin on this wheel.
Oh,
Thank you.
I hope
I said that.
everyone will join ITWA on the next spin around the
You
wheel.
could
Yes.
just say ITYW.
Let's
I think
not-
that's
let's-
just as easy to say as ITY.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but
I don't like idea.
Well, now we've been saying it does, like,
No,
it might be
come
growing
on,
out.
guys.
IT
All right,
what
we
kind
got to
of-
close this thing
we gotta
out.
shut
Let's
it
go.
down.
All right.
ITWA.
Have a great
Signing
week,
off.
everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You've been
Bye.
Join us next time. You've been told.
By ITYW.
Oh, damn it. All right,
Good
cut
night.
it.